Okay, now that we have all that set up, the database and everything, let's start having some fun. Okay, probably one of the things I want to do first is to create a way of viewing what I have. So I have this view button, and this is where I want to actually see my students and also see my classes. As I put it here in the header, students and classes. Remembering what that does is, let me come back here. When I run the program, so whenever I press students, I wanted that to show me all the students. And whatever I press class, I wanted that to show me all the classes. So now, if we come back here, we have this. Where it is? Okay. We have that here. But before I actually do anything with that, I want to create the data grid or another WPF window that will be showing the students for me. And then after I create that, I would just call that instance class into this add student and add classes. How I'm going to do that is I'll just come here. I'm going to create here in school, not business. So add new item. Now I come to WPF. Oh, there you go. You are window WPF, and this one, let's call it view. Yeah, let's call view students. Okay, so add it. What happens here? The XAML file was created right here, and as always, the CS file as well. So the XAML is actually this one that's right here, and the CS is it doesn't really have anything right now. Let's start doing stuff here. First of all, let's resize this a little bit. I could just come right here and do it, or I can actually come right here. I think right here we have more control of what you want to do. So let me put here like 500. I think it's a little better now. Actually, let me put just 400. Too big. Okay, 400. Let me change the title, this title here. I'm gonna change it, put it right here. Just gonna separate it. This one can be changed. That is not a problem. Now here we cannot be changed because as we talked before, that is how it's recognized in that window there. So you cannot really change in here. Just change the title. Now we can start just putting codes here and blah blah blah, whatever you want to do. But that's why we have the toolbox. What I want here in this window is just to be showing me the students. It's straight out of the database. So if I come here to toolbox, let me see here. Okay, data grid. You come here to this data grid that is in the WPF toolkit. Just click it. You don't have to drag it. Just click it, and whenever you got here in this, on the screen, just do whatever here. It's gonna show you that. It's gonna show that grid that for you, and that is used if you want to connect to the database. This toolkit, it's not really default in Visual, so you have to download that. So make sure you download it. I should have that in my blog in case you need. Then the blog is right there. You're gonna see the blog right there in the description of this video. So yeah, if you don't, just download it. If you do, great. Just drag that here. Let's do some changes here. Let me kind of put it a little bigger. You can do it here, or you can do it, you know, just whenever you come here and in the code part, not in the design. Whatever. Let's make some changes here. we can actually, this could be a data grid, but let's call it student grid. Student grid. It's just more descriptive, so we know what's going on. We don't have to change anything else here right now. Um, right now, if we come back here to view student .cs, nothing has happened. And remember, for anything to happen, you have to click over the screen or the interface. So, like for example, right here, I wanna to have a function or a method that will be called anytime I do the view. So, and for that, I mean, I want to see the whole screen here itself. Like, it's not only the data grid. I want to see the whole thing. So if I click it right here twice, it created for me a method called window loading, and that is what I want to be loading every time. Um, Other things that we can do here also is put some buttons, and maybe what we want to do. Let me see here. Here, just click on button. Now this one is not is just the common in the toolbox. It usually a default in Visual, so you won't probably need to download anything. Now that I click button and I click it right there, it created for me a button. I can resize it whatever I want. Let me put that right here. This thing here is actually the direction in case whenever you open the window, it will resize that way if you don't change it. Oh, come on. Okay. Now this way it's gonna resize this way. Whenever we open, I'm gonna show you how that works. I want to probably change the name of this button, and the reason I have this button here is, let's say I have a student, and now I want to say what classes that student is taking. So I'm gonna call this button here view classes. View. Oh, actually view current classes. View current classes. So I just change it right here in the content. You could change it here. There are many ways you can do that. I just did it here. Let me resize that so I can actually see the whole thing. Another thing I can see is view done classes, classes that were done before. So I can just copy from here. So I have like a better a pattern button, like the same size, or you can just create drag in the same way we did before. So let me actually get this a little bit bigger. Kind of nice to be changing in here. Okay, let me put it here. This one is not going to be view current classes. This one will be view finished classes. Oh. Finished classes. Okay. I guess that's it that I would have for students. Let's create also a class real quick, like a view class real quick. So let's do that. So just reminding you, you come here to school, add new item. I want a WPF window. Where are you? Window WPF. I will put here view classes. Oh, I want it to be together. View classes. I want to add. It's gonna show me that right here. I can change it here also for about 400. Go to toolbox, data grid, put here whatever I want to do. Let's put like something reasonable. Maybe add some buttons. What button do I want to add? Maybe view students per class. That will probably be a good one. And I mean the details here, how you want to put this button, whatever, it's up to you. So I'm just putting here quick way. This button here, I want to say that's view students. And this other one here I'm gonna call, actually I think I don't need this one, so I'm just gonna delete this one. Okay. Make sure you double click it So you have the window loaded right there. Yeah, and yeah, that will be pretty much for this part of this tutorial. Thanks again.